G'day guys, I'm here on a small property just outside of Yakandanda in northeast Victoria, and we're going to be trying our luck hunting for fallow this afternoon. So we've been granted access to this private property. And it's a small property, like it's just this little bubble here. Everything else is all owned by other people who aren't too keen on us going hunting. But this particular property, she's had a real problem with lots of deer coming onto her block and smashing up fruit trees and all sorts of things. Sorry, I thought that was my brother Dan. I'm waiting for him to come as well. He's a little bit late, but I'm going to forgive him because he said he's bringing KFC for dinner for us, so can't complain too much. But yeah, like while I'm here though, like I've been here for 5 minutes and there's a little white blob in the wattle trees right up there. I'll try and zoom in with my digital camera, but I'm pretty sure that is actually a fallow deer that is bedded down. And if it was a brown colour like a sambar or mixed colour, you would find it very hard to spot that. But he's bright white, so there's not too many white things that hang out in the bush. So I'm pretty sure that's a fallow. And the wind is great. The wind's coming straight this way, blowing very strong. So I don't think he can smell me at all. So I think we might be in with a chance to try and make a stalk on him in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to wait for Dan and have some food, and then hopefully maybe spot some other deer, and we'll see how it goes. So I've just come over, near this water tank over here. I'm just going to go nice and slow, but I think I can see a deer. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you guys can see that, but just down in this gully here, I'm pretty sure that's a deer, but I'm gonna zoom in with my digital camera and see if I can see what that actually is. All right, so you can see this brown shape. There he is. So, I don't know for sure, but I think that is a deer. Yep. So that is a deer. It looks like it might be a sambar. It's a bit hard to tell from behind the wattle trees and stuff, but those big ears make it look like it is in fact a sambar, which is pretty wild because that's not that far away from where I am at the moment. Like it's over the top of the house, so like I probably don't want to. Yeah, it's probably safe, but I feel like out of respect for the lady that is letting us on her property, I don't think she would appreciate me taking a shot over the top of her house. There's no one home and the animals are away, but still, it just, I don't know, just feels a little bit sketchy shooting over the top of someone's house. So I'd rather play it safe than sorry. But yeah, that is a sambar bedded down in the trees, probably, yeah, it's probably 100 and 150 meters away, I think, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, at the moment, like, the wind and stuff is pretty gnarly. So that makes a lot of sense that deer is bedded down in the nice, thick, sheltered little gully. I think it's looking at me right now, actually. It's probably hearing me talking. I'm gonna keep filming it just on the off chance that it decides to go for a run. I wish this camera would zoom in further, but oh, there we go, standing up. That is a young stag. Holy moly. So I think that stag has heard me, or maybe it smelled my scent swirling around. But yeah, there we have it. One young Sambar stag. I can hear Dan's four-wheel drive coming up the road behind me now too, so that's probably him. There he is. There's Dan's just pulled up with the dinner, but I'm going to try and find that deer again. So after taking a little bit of time out to just sit and commiserate about the Sambar stag running away and having a bite to eat and just making a bit of a plan of what we want to do from here, we've decided to head up and try our luck for a fallow regardless. And while we were sitting there actually having some food,
just looking and glassing and stuff, we actually saw these 3 fallow come out into a bit of a clearing. So that's 5 deer that we've clearly spotted already, just from sitting back and observing. And you know, the wind is perfect, so they're not getting spooked or anything, and we just get to watch and see what they're doing. And it's actually really helpful to do that sometimes if you're in a spot with good visibility. Just being patient, taking your time to just sit and watch, and often the animals that are out and about will reveal themselves, which makes it so much easier when you go into stalk and hunt if you actually have a good idea of where they are before you head in the bush. And actually didn't take too long actually after we got up in the hill, but Dan found the spot where the stag had been bedded down in this little thicket of, you know, dead wattle trees and stuff. But yeah, it was just cool to come and have a look at what that actually looks like in fresh grass. So you can see that, you know, all of this green grass is very much just pressed and laid down. And so it's good just to make a mental note of that, because if you're out in the bush and happen to come across, you know, a bit of a marking like that, then, you know, you'll always know for future that, hey, like that's probably a bed where a deer's been hanging out and sleeping for the day. So yeah, you can make a note of it and come back to it. But yeah, it's obviously that stag's well and truly long gone. So just slowly making our way up the side of this little shallow gully, and the wind is blowing beautifully right in our face. So feeling really quite confident. This little tool that Dan's holding in his hand now, this is a thermal monocular. So it's a Pulsar brand thermal. A little bit expensive, like that little unit right there. It's I think it was about $2,500 or something when I bought it. And you know, it's not a silver bullet. Like, it easily gets, you know, blocked by foliage and things like that. But on a bit of a cold, overcast afternoon like this, or in the middle of winter or something, can be absolutely invaluable for being able to spot animals in the thick bush, because that little unit will show up in anything at all that is unusually warm against the background. So a warm-blooded animal like a deer will actually show up as kind of like a hot lava red blob in the little screen in the monocular. And, you know, like 9 times out of 10, it's a wallaby, or it's a bird, or it's a wombat, or it's just a rock that's still holding heat from the night before. But when it is a deer, absolutely invaluable. And, you know, just now I've just spotted a little hot lump just a little bit further up ahead, and it's just enough to stop. And yeah, like, I got down on my knees because I was pretty sure that's something, and all of a sudden 3 fallow decided to come for a bit of a run right out in front of us. They've obviously heard us coming.
Wow, good shot though, man. Like straight through the engine room. A little far,
hitting the lungs.
But he was facing away from us, so that's actually perfect. It's a quartering shot, so that would have gone in here and out the other side.
Yeah, nice. Good sized fallow. That's a high five, man. Well
High
done.
five, well done.
Whew, that was a good sized fallow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Man,
nice.
well,
We got some fucking
how does that feel, Dan?
yeah, that's success. Need it.
That's amazing.
Thank you, darling.
Awesome, guys. Oh. So that is one little fallow deer on the deck. So we got one each.
Yeah, not bad.
Holy moly, that was wild. That all happened so fast.
Didn't it? Well, we were watching something else, and they started crackling from the side.
Yeah. God, they're beautiful. Look at you.
Yeah, it's the long hairs for detecting wind.
Yeah, yeah. So soft too. Oh God, gorgeous.
Should we check that one?
Yeah, well, do we want to carry this one across to the other one. It's a bit more of a clear. All right, come here, beautiful.
At least this one only took the one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's better. Once we're on the downhill, it'll be all right. Yeah, what do you think about that, Dan?
Yeah, no, it's bloody marvellous. Pretty well exactly what we were hoping for. We saw these fallow way back at the start. You saw the way they were moving. We seemed to, the last time we saw them, they were pushing in this direction.
Yep.
So it was nice. We were able to plan using this gully to keep the wind in our favour. Pretty cruisy gully, not much vegetation for walking, so we were quite quiet, been able to move it. Not fast, but didn't have to be tiptoeing along, so we could cover a reasonable bit of ground without making any noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, bloody marvellous.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, we're gonna start the butchering now, and yeah, try and get out of here before it gets too late. Yeah. Cheers, guys.